The director as instrument, energy and authorship. Let's talk about the role of the director. More specifically, let's talk about what the director is not. You are not the project manager. I know this might be uncomfortable to hear, especially because at some point you will probably end up doing part of that job anyway. But your real responsibility as a director is not to control every moving part. It's to set the tone, to protect the core of the film, and to make decisions when things are unclear. Many first films collapse because the director tries to become the central nervous system of the entire project. Every decision, every problem, every doubt, that level of control often looks responsible from the outside. But most of the time it's a form of fear. Fear that if you don't hold everything tightly enough, the film will fall apart. Ironically, that's often what makes it fall apart. A director who over-controls becomes rigid, and rigid systems don't survive real-world filmmaking. What does survive is clarity. That's why I like to think of the director not as a manager, but as an instrument. An instrument doesn't do everything. It responds, it resonates, it needs to be tuned. If the instrument is tense, the sound suffers. If the instrument is clear, other people can play with it. This is where I want to introduce human design in a very specific and practical way. Human design is a system developed in the late 80s that maps how people make decisions and use energy. It combines elements of systems theory, behavioral observation, and decision-making models. You don't need to believe anything for it to be useful. In this course, we are not studying human design. We are using a small part of it as a lens to understand how different directors naturally operate, especially under pressure. If you want to look up your own profile, you can do it for free on websites like mybodygraph.com or humandesignamerica.com. You'll need your date, time, and place of birth. That's it. For our purposes here, the only thing that matters is your energy type. There are different energy types. None of them indicate talent, intelligence, or artistic value. They indicate how you work best and what tends to exhaust or distort you. Some directors are generators or manifesting generators. These directors tend to have sustainable energy when they are responding to something that genuinely engages them. They can handle long shoots and high intensity as long as the project is correct for them. Their challenge is not energy, it's overcommitment. Some directors, myself included, are projectors. Projectors are not designed to push constantly. They tend to see structure, patterns, and problems quickly. Their strength is clarity, timing, and direction, not endurance. There are many directors who work this way. A projector director like Steven Spielberg is a good example of a director whose strength lies in perception, framing, and guidance rather than brute force. Spielberg is not trying to do everything. It guides division. The challenge for projectors is trying to work like everyone else. That usually doesn't end well. Some directors are manifestors. These directors are natural initiators. They bring projects into motion and often work best when they have autonomy and trust. Their challenge is resistance, especially when they try to over-explain or over-control reactions. And some directors are reflectors. These directors are highly sensitive to their environment and to group dynamics. Their work often reflects the collective moment they are in. Their challenge is choosing the right context and timing. Different energy types, different directing paths. Problems start when we try to copy a path that doesn't belong to us. This is where comparison becomes dangerous. Comparing yourself to another director, especially early on, is one of the fastest ways to undermine your first film. You don't see their conditions, you don't see their support system, you don't see what they're sacrificing to make it look effortless, and yet you try to replicate the result. Your first film doesn't need you to be impressive. It needs you to be accurate to your energy, accurate to your limits, accurate to what this film actually requires. When the director is in the correct role, the film can breathe. And when the film can breathe, other people can help you carry it. That's where authorship actually begins.